Dreamers everywhere, welcome to the Julie Disney Podcast and Happy New Year. I'm one of your hosts, Andee Zilmerman.
And I'm the other one of your hosts, Andee. How's your new year, 2025?
Just a couple days in, it's going okay, but I've still been at home, not leaving the house. And if I can just do that for 363 more days, I think I got it covered.
Okay, that's probably not possible, but let's check it out.
Could
okay,
be.
Here's the thing that's weirding me out is I've lived in the 21st century almost as long as I lived in the 20th century.
Yeah.
That's very strange to me.
Yeah, I know. God, why'd you say that? Oh, wow.
That there used to be sci-fi TV shows that happened
before
2025. Remember Space 1999?
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Lord. Well, somebody said too that the Jetsons, like George Jetson was born this year or last year. I don't know. Yeah. Well, we have a lot that the Jetsons have. We have microwaves. We have, we're talking, FaceTiming and things like that.
We got robots that clean our houses.
We have Yes, we have treadmills. To walk the dog if we wanted. Yeah, we're good.
My dog wouldn't get anywhere within 5 feet of a treadmill.
That's true. Mine too.
So do screwdrivers and brooms. My dog's weird.
You know what we never really saw in the Jetsons though was the ground. Everything was up in the sky. Yeah. So is that a premonition that we're just gonna keep screwing up climate change wise, and then by the time George is an adult, that's why they had to be in the sky?
That's a really dark view. I just always assumed that we had just, it was pretty up there. But your take is
I think I'm closer to the I think I'm closer to that.
Everybody, when they have these close reads, they always have a negative close read. They're ready to say a positive close read. I mean, we won't talk about the fact that there's no people other than white people in the Jetsons. If we really want to go dark.
Yeah. Well, you can't because they're all white.
From my childhood had any people who weren't white. If I want to focus on that.
Yeah, you're in trouble, dude. Yeah. You're in trouble.
No man. Jumpsuit for me.
Oh man. Well, this year I don't even know what to say about it. So
and neither of us would be around in Logan's Run. So
no.
Yeah.
True story.
True story.
Let's talk about happy things like Disney. We got to focus on the happy. What was your Disney week or month since it's
Disney? I'm going to go with a Disney month because it's been about a month since we recorded, and I know our listeners and viewers have been waiting with bated breath.
Yeah.
But right before the holidays, I actually made a trip down to Anaheim. So I was able to go to the
saw that. Yes.
A couple times, and I saw some of the new stuff at the park. I'll focus on the downtown Disney stuff because I ate at Din Tai Fung, which is a very, very good restaurant. And I know there's people in the rest of the country that it's just a regular thing.
Yeah, it is a regular thing. That's why I couldn't understand why you were so excited about it. Don't they have
California.
them? No way. No. They don't have them in San Francisco?
Nope. I mean, we have a ton of, I mean, it's a chain.
It's a chain. We got them at the mall.
So I don't know that a chain dumpling place would make a lot of money in San Francisco, considering there's a dim sum place every 3 feet in San Francisco.
Yes.
But I loved it. I thought it was really tasty.
All right.
I really dug it, and I had to make a reservation 2 weeks ahead of time.
I don't get that either.
So, when I ordered my food, I ordered a soup dumpling and a pork bun, and he was like, "And what else?" I was like,
"Yeah."
Yeah. And then I also happened to be there on the opening day of 2 of the stores right across from Din Tai Fung, the Avengers campus and the D-Lander.
Okay, how were those?
The Avengers campus, the Avengers sort of store, it was okay, but as you know, I'm a DC guy, so if it was DC characters, I would be in love. So if you're a Marvel person, it's going to be the best place you're ever
Is it like the one at Disney Springs in Orlando?
It's pretty much the one at Disney Springs.
Okay.
It's a little bigger than the one at Disney Springs, but it's pretty much the one at Disney Springs.
Okay.
Disney Springs. But the D-Lander, I did not see at Disney Springs, and it's sort of a boutique clothing store of all the Disney sort of high-end fashion-y partnerships. So it's not the stuff that you would find at the other stores. So it's her universe stuff and box lunch stuff and all the collab stuff.
Okay.
And it was it was interesting because it was like 90% women's clothing, because that's, makes sense. That's what makes more money than men's clothing. There was just a handful of men's stuff, but I saw a couple of cool men's things there. And it was really cool. I think the D-Lander and the Avengers place are going to make a ton of money, and the Avengers place, it's just like the most Instagrammable spot because they have all this cool Avengers stuff, like a big giant Hulk.
Oh, that's
Out
cool.
front. There was like a line of people taking pictures with it. Ton of Easter eggs. I not for the first time, but they had this awesome Marvel Comics sort of Letterman's jacket that was very comics based, not so much movie based. It was leans towards my thing. And if it hadn't been Marvel Comics, I would have totally got it because it was really cool looking, and it had like the labels from the 60s and all kinds of stuff like that. So it's really cool. So plus I got to go to the park quite a bit inside, and they're also testing out, when I was there, they're testing out a new turnstile system.
Oh, tell me more.
So I don't know if because I wasn't able to go through it, but I don't know if it requires a magic band or something. But it's kind of like a walkthrough. I think it's similar to the one they had at Magic Kingdom when we were in Florida, but it's very different and it's much quicker.
Okay.
And I thought it was pretty cool. From what I could see, I wasn't able to go through it myself, but it seemed like the people walking through it, because at Disneyland, just to get in, it takes like 20, 30 seconds, but there's generally a line at the turnstiles, and people seem to just be walking right through. It was pretty cool.
Interesting.
I think it was like facial recognition or something like that. I don't know how they did it. I don't know. And I have my magic band on. God knows why, because at Disneyland, what's the point? I think the only point is I don't burn my phone battery. That's about the only point of the magic band at Disneyland.
Fair.
But yeah, no, there's a sort of a new ticketing or new turnstile system that they're slowly rolling out at Disneyland. So pretty cool.
All right.
If you've never been to Disneyland, listeners, I highly recommend it.
I think they've been. Maybe not. I could be wrong.
Maybe they haven't. Maybe they've always wanted to go.
Maybe.
And they listen to us because they're like, wow, these people really paint an image. Especially Al.
That is not the truth.
Especially Al is really what most people are saying. What about you? How was your Disney week / month?
Wasn't as exciting as yours. Just a lot of holiday shows, which we watched we watched a lot of holiday shows. I didn't want to do anything.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Yeah, in fact, yes. I'll just say yes to all of, because that's what we did.
Us too.
A couple days before our winter break started, we had a lockdown at school, and it was a real one, not a drill.
Or for violence reasons?
No, violence reasons. It was it turned out to be a threat, but we didn't know that at the time, and so we had to go through the whole rigmarole, which was very stressful. And so the next couple days at school, I had no brain power, none. And so we watched a lot of Disney. We did watch Disney Christmas Carol at school. We watched the new Simpsons. Come on, all you faithful.
Yeah.
We watched, what else? There was one more. Oh, The Grinch. That wasn't Disney. And then when I got home, I was very lucky that the girls came to visit for Christmas this year, and I literally wanted to do nothing. I stayed in my pajamas every moment that I could. I just wanted to be in front of the TV. And when on Christmas Day, went to my brother's house, and then the rest of the time I had nothing. And so we were in front of the TV a lot, which I actually think I kind of needed. And so Disney Plus was on, and we watched all the holiday stuff. I actually hadn't watched Home Alone in a long, long time. So we watched Home Alone. We watched Mickey's Christmas Carol, Twice Upon a Christmas, Once Upon a Christmas. Yeah, that was it.
Yeah, we did the same thing with all the Disney stuff, plus the Muppet Christmas Carol. On Disney Plus. The Grinch. I know it's not Disney, but come on, it's the Grinch.
I know. I know.
It's a Wonderful Life. Every year we do it, and come on, it's literally the best movie. Come on.
I like Christmas Story personally, but
I mean, I love Christmas Story. Come on.
I know what you're saying. It's a classic. Hey, I get it.
Teacher says every time a bell rings, an angel gets his wings.
Oh, man.
Right? Attaboy, Clarence. Oh
Dude,
boy, tears rolling down my face.
doesn't it seem a little too true to today's times for
Yeah.
you?
Every time I watch it, it gets a little more like, oh my gosh, wow, And come on, Donna Reed is maybe the best wife in movie history. Come on.
A lot of people think that. She had her own show, so there you go.
Did. But yeah, we did a lot of the same thing. Charlie Brown Christmas, also non-Disney, but a tradition.
Yeah, we did that too.
One of my favorites. And really didn't. I mean, as we were talking about before, I had a family set of funerals right before the holidays. So I saw a lot of my extended family, like just the weekend before the holidays. So on the actual holiday, it was just me and my brother and my dog, and we were hanging out and having a good old time.
Yeah,
It was a
sounds
really
great.
good Christmas. And I cooked quite a bit on Christmas Day, so it was really good. We still have leftovers that I probably should throw out.
Yeah, they're not good anymore.
But yeah, good times.
Okay, all right.
I enjoyed it.
Know. Well, now we've got a year ahead. I'm not going to talk about all the reasons I'm not excited about the year ahead. So let's talk about the things we are excited about the year ahead. Mostly what's coming up with Disney, which is actually quite a lot. I don't know what you've looked at or what format you'd like to take. Is there anything you're super excited about? Or
I mean, there's a ton of stuff I'm super excited about. I think we just go back and forth until we're out. Because some of it might be...
All right, guys, buckle in.
Some of it might be the same stuff.
That is true. That is true.
So my first one, which is a little easier for me to access since I have a Magic Key and since I'm in California, is the Disneyland 70th anniversary celebration.
So excited.
Which I'm super excited for. It's interesting to note that when we first became friends was during Disneyland's 35th anniversary celebration.
Jeez.
And we went to that quite a bit. We were in Fresno, I think.
That's crazy.
And we went down to Disneyland quite a bit, I think, during that year.
That is crazy.
I still have some floating around somewhere because I never throw anything away. In the 35th anniversary, they had the big machine of dreams or whatever. I can't remember what they called it. And you'd walk in and every seventh person would win some sort of prize. And once a day, they would give away a car.
Yeah, I remember that.
Spoiler, I didn't win a car. I don't think I ever won anything, but I have some of those tickets that they handed out still floating around. But the 70th is coming. And one of the things I'm most excited about around the 70th is, Andee, my nerdy love for Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. Well, it's been in refurb for a while, but it's been in refurb because they are going to introduce a new animatronic in that space that will take the space for the 70th anniversary and thereafterwards rotate with Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln back and forth, which is Walt Disney and Magical Life, in which there will be an animatronic figure of Walt Disney himself, and in the theater that now houses Great Moments with Mr. Lincoln. And I, for one, cannot wait. This is the thing I'm really most excited about. I've long felt, and I've mentioned on this podcast, that I think the Disney parks, I think that California Adventure does a pretty good job, but I would love to see the Disney parks sort of honor Walt himself a little bit more. And this is sort of the perfect example of that. I think California Adventure does a pretty good job, mostly on the Hollywood part.
Yeah.
But at Disneyland, I'm like, come on, you got to have like a Walt animatronic talking about Walt's accomplishments. I'm just so excited about it. I'm just thrilled for the 70th.
I am too. And if you see me right now looking like I don't know what I'm doing, I lost one of my screens. There it is. I'm like looking like to the left, to the right. I'm looking everywhere. If you're watching on YouTube, it's only because I can't figure out where my screen is.
Reading that, it's disinterest in what I was saying, but that's
no. I am very interested in what you're saying. I actually had that written down as one of mine. My goodness, and oh my gosh, you guys, technology. I can't. I just can't. Okay. All right.
Technology, boy, I don't know.
It's tough for me. Okay. What I wanted to do was in that vein, of the 70th birthday, which I am very excited about. Actually, Disneyland has really gotten it together with the number of events that they have during the year. Disney World's been doing it for decades, and Disneyland started a little bit. Maybe we'll do a little Halloween celebration. Maybe we'll do a food and wine. And now it's just grown. So there's just like Disney World. Disneyland is having things all throughout the year. So there's just, no matter when you go, there's going to be things. Right now, the Lunar New Year is going on. Star Wars is going to be having a time. So, just like Disney World, it's going to be crowded all the time. Yay!
Let's be clear, Disneyland's been crowded all the time for a few years now.
I know. It's true, but it's so small. Oh, but I don't know. They're gonna have a gospel weekend.
Oh, that'll be cool.
I know. I'm just saying they have like all these different things, and then so a few years ago they started the extra ticketed events, not just Oogie Boogie Bash, but they started like with all the different nights. They had a Disney Channel night last year, things like that. So this year they've got the Sweethearts night, a 90s night, which I don't know if I don't know. They're going to have a lot of Star Wars nights. That would be fun to go to for somebody other than me. So maybe
I would go to that.
I know. I think you should go. I don't want to. I will say, not that this is my event personally, I'd be an ally. I heard great things about the Pride Night last year.
Weren't we there?
We were there
during the Pride weekends, and I remember saying that I thought a lot of the Pride gear, like the merch, was
so cool. It was so cool.
I wanted to buy some, but I didn't want to misrepresent myself. As a part of a community that I wasn't a part of. I mean, not least of which because I got enough problems attracting women. I don't need them to be like, oh, I thought he was cute, but then he.
Not that there's anything wrong with that.
Not that there's anything wrong with it. But I thought some of the Pride merch was some of the best merch I've ever seen. I was super jealous.
But everybody said it was really fun who went. And my friends that have gone had said it was fun. It looked like fun. And that is something that I don't know Walt Disney World will ever even get, given their location and things like that. True. They don't have a Pride night. They have unofficial Pride days where people will get together and say, okay, this is the day we're all going to go. We're all going to wear red. But I love that Disneyland has made it, a chance to earn more money for them. But also it's a chance for people to go and just be themselves, right? I just think that's so groovy and I love it. And so, Pride Night's going to be June 16th and 18th. So right during the time when we were there last year. It's going to be there again. So,
and to your point, like California Adventure has really picked up the baton from Epcot in terms of food festivals. Like I don't generally I'll go down there just because I have work down there, and 2 or 3 times I've been down there, not planned, but just because a work meeting coincided, and they've had some sort of food festival, and it's usually been pretty awesome. And like the Epcot food festivals are always awesome. I've been to 2 now, and the California Adventure ones are pretty awesome. So
they're getting there. I know. I agree. I agree.
And then I went to the Oogie Boogie nights at California Adventure too. Which now that I've been to Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween, gotta say Oogie Boogie nights beats it.
What?
Absolutely, no question. Have you been to Oogie Boogie nights?
Now, I went when they first started, like they very first started, and we're like, "This is Oogie lame. Boogie I'm never going again."
They really they changed the park. Like there's all these way more character meet and greets. They have. I showed you the picture of my brother-in-law and my nephew. They have like
but
forest that you go through. Way more candy. I just thought Oogie Boogie was way better than making that.
No way. No way. No, you couldn't have. You couldn't have.
I don't understand how you're telling me. Are you telling me how to feel?
Yes.
No, that's not the first time.
I am. Do they have a parade?
Yeah, that's the first time I saw the Headless Horseman. They had like a special Oogie Boogie parade. The Headless Horseman comes out, and then Oogie Boogie, and it's all villains. Like it's just villain.
So it is a little bit different.
And like all the villains you never see.
Well, that's how the one is.
I'm just saying, if any of our listeners have gone to both,
I think you're wrong.
Ask Emma what she thinks. She's been to both.
No, she's going to say Magic Kingdom.
Yes,
they both will. No,
you
them.
have
They've been to
you
both.
have
They know.
institutionalized them.
Yeah.
Well, look, it's not the only time your family's been wrong and I've been right.
Oh my goodness. Well, speaking of the parks, the other park as well. Yeah, technology is not my friend right now.
Okay.
Cool.
Well, has it ever been?
I don't know. I don't
All right.
know.
You want me to go to my next one then?
You can. I was gonna go to Disney World because yeah, go to your next one.
You sure?
Yes, I'm so mad. What the heck?
Don't even worry about it, listeners. We're going to cut this part out. You won't hear that.
I'm not
My
cutting it
next
out.
one is going to be somewhat related, but okay. So D23 Gold membership is changing quite a bit in 2025. Now, here's the thing: I was worried they were going to get rid of D23 altogether.
You were?
In terms of the membership. Just when we were at D23, a couple people were saying things like, "Well, Disney doesn't know if it's worth it," and da 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 da. But the gold membership now has multiple tiers, and each of the tiers you get. It used to be your D23 gold member, and here's the gift every year. Now you get to sort of choose a type of gift that sort of matches your type of fandom, or you can do the super gold membership, which gets you all the gifts.
I don't need all the gifts.
I told Emma, I was like, so you were in a meeting and you said this is the one that's going to take the most money from Al, and she was like, yeah, no, that's exactly what happened.
I can't even believe you. I don't even want some of those things. I just want the I don't even want the jersey. I have a jersey.
I want enough of the other things that I will get all of the things.
Dust collectors.
It's I think you can just say collector. Thank you. It is a part of my identity. It is a pride. But
I know.
The thing that people don't utilize D23 for a lot, which I think is one of the great perks of D23, is in addition to just the membership and discounts and access to D23, to the D23 sort of event every 2 years, they also give you access to things like tours. Like I've previously talked about my tour of the studios that I went on, which I may do again this year. I haven't decided. But also this year, they're adding a Walt Disney's Los Angeles tour done by the Archives, which is going to be a whole new tour. And it's going to be touring through the city, many of the famous places Walt Disney frequented. And it's going to include a meal at a signature restaurant, which, let's be honest, it's going to be Tam O'Shanter.
Yep, it will be.
Which last time I was in LA, I was like, oh, I should go to Tam O'Shanter. And I just couldn't figure, it was just far enough out of the way that I couldn't sort of figure out how to put it into my itinerary. And then I was like, well, then I'm just some random single guy eating at Tam O'Shanter. I want to go with like Disney fans. And so I'm really looking forward, and I hope that I can get tickets to the Los Angeles tour. I'm sure I can, because I'm really...
Well, that's a plan of ours for sure. Because Emma and Fernando, as you know, maybe you don't know, they moved to Pasadena to be closer to her work. She works for the corporate side of Disney, and they were living in Orange County, which was quite the drive for her. And so we've been to Orange County. I mean, I used to live in Orange County, so we've been there a million times. But I am so looking forward to going to visit her in Pasadena, and I'm going on all of these. Well, I want to do a Disney tour that is all Walt Disney right before even the park. So I'm very excited about that tour that they're offering.
I know you've been on the studio a couple times, but have you done the official tour yet?
No.
Oh my God. If you guys decide to do the official tour, let me know. I'll do it again with you. I loved it. Because it also includes Walt's office. Well,
I know.
It has in the past. I think it's being refurbed right now, but it was one of the best days of my life. It was awesome.
Yeah. I do want to do the official tour. Yes. I also want to do the Los Angeles one. I was very excited about them talking about that. And then also D23 is doing a Destination D23, which is like a smaller version of the expo done in Orlando.
Are you going to go?
No.
Okay. I wasn't. I was thinking about it, and then I signed up for the Disneyland 10K, which is like the same week.
Okay.
And so that sort of made my decision not to go.
No, my Disney friends, I will tell you that this year, I say I'm cutting back, but I definitely want to go to, I'm going to go to LA for sure. And I definitely want to go for the 70th. I got to go for the 70th. So, but I don't know what else is going to happen this year. I think last year was a lot and the year before was a lot. And just unknowns about what this year is going to look like. I don't know. I'm not making a lot of plans, which is too bad because you know what else looks really cool is the Disney Treasure. I think that cruise ship just looks fantastic. And we've been on the Magic, the Wonder, and the Dream. So there's still, you know, a few others we need to go on, but the Treasure just looks fantastic. All of the Haunted Mansion room, and I mean, it's beautiful. I don't know if you guys saw they had it televised, the christening of the
Wait,
Treasure.
are you telling me Disney's promoting the Disney Treasure?
A little bit. But it's awesome. It's really, really cool.
Great. It looks like watching a couple of videos. I'm like, maybe I will go on it.
I would really like to go on the Treasure. When, guys? When can I go on it that there won't be a lot of people?
I don't think that's really from a business perspective the model they're looking at.
No, and they've been doing everything from a business perspective lately. It's really pissing me off.
It's a business. That's what they do.
I don't like it. And I know that they're a business, and I know that they're making business decisions that don't always match with my magical thinking decisions. So yeah, I'm having to come to terms with that. All right, I am. But I also was going to say, now that my technology, now that I got it up again, is there's a lot of stuff going on at Disney World too. Free dining is coming back. That means nothing to me because nothing's really free. I know. Did you do free dining ever or no?
I didn't even know free dining. What is free dining? I knew that there was the meal plans, but
that's it. Free meal plan.
Well, because I remember when we went last time, they had them, and I asked you, should I sign up for it? And you're like, nah.
Well, don't pay for it, right? Okay. Don't pay for it. But they, every once in a while, they'll offer certain times during the year where they offer it for free. Yes, that was in air quotes if you're on the podcast right now.
As a part of your admission ticket.
That means that you're paying full price for your hotel and full price for your ticket. So it means no other discounts. So you got to figure out if that's worth it for you.
Spreadsheet time.
Yeah, spreadsheet time. And it never is for us anyway, because we're DVC members and we stay in the DVC. So we are never going to pay full price for a Disney hotel. And as long as my children work there, we will never be free tickets either. And I can't eat the amount of food on a Disney dining plan. I just can't. It's too much. It's too much. So that being said, there are a lot of people that love it. And if you are one of the ones that loves it, go to Disney World's website because they have all the dates listed there, but it goes pretty far into June too.
Oh, wow. That's cool.
Yeah. So kids are going to be on summer vacation.
So you're going to do less this year, except you need to go to Disney World and to Disneyland.
I know.
And to the Disney Treasure, but less.
I'm so sad with myself.
No, I get it. No, hey, look, I get it.
I don't know what the year is going to look like. I don't know what it's going to look like. But this is an interesting business decision. Did you read about the Check-in Day water park?
No.
Perk. So Disney World, if you haven't been there, they have 2 water parks, Blizzard Beach, Typhoon Lagoon. And I guess, you know, they're less attended than the parks. And so now they have a deal where on check-in day, you can get free admission to the water park. That means that you're actually doing something in the parks rather than just hanging out,
that
at the hotel.
Cool because like when we went, I didn't get because we got free tickets. We went to Magic Kingdom around 3 or 4, but like that was a travel day for me. So, you know.
Right. And so one of the stipulations though is that it has to be on that check-in day. So here's the thing. You got to see how much it would be to go regularly, because if you're like us and flying from the West Coast, you're not going to get there until 4, 5, or 6 anyway.
Right.
So maybe you want to, I mean, if it's worth it to you, right? And that's the thing, then maybe you go and you stay at a cheaper hotel check-in. We've done that before. We've stayed in just a regular cheaper hotel that first night, and then the next day just get your hotel super early, say I'm going to check in at 4 and head on over to the water park for the day. So I don't know.
I mean,
it's a good idea.
I think that's a really good perk, and it's one of those perks that, like, even if you don't use it, for me, there's an advantage to, okay, I have an option, right? It's just like, particularly on travel days, I sometimes I'm just like, it makes sense to go to the park, but I kind of don't want to do nothing and just hang around my hotel. So does it work to it just gives you an option, which I think is a really good idea.
Yeah. Yeah, but there's a lot. They redid The Little Mermaid at Disney's Hollywood Studios. Test Track is reopening again, so they're doing a lot.
Okay, so my next is, and I've tried to spread it around the Disney empire because the sun never sets on Disney, is moving into the Disney movies that I'm excited about this year. And there's a couple that are coming out. I'm going to go with the sort of strict Disney movies first for this list. And so, or Disney Pixar, kind of thing, the animated movie. Elio, I'm really excited about. As much as I've loved a lot of the sequels that have come out of Pixar and Disney, I like an original story.
I know.
And Elio is like the one original story that's coming out this year.
I know.
And it looks pretty cool and pretty interesting. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm also, out of spite, looking forward to Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. And here's why. Because I don't like the people who don't like this movie. Now,
I agree with you.
My thing is, I'm also not a fan of the Disney live action remakes, but there's something about the tenor of the people who don't like this movie that feels both misogynistic and a little bit racist.
Oh, so racist.
And I'm like, yeah, I'm not down with that. And so I for whatever reason, people really don't like Rachel Zegler, and I've never really figured out what that was about. Because I loved her in West Side Story.
I was gonna say West Side Story and the Hunger Games prequel.
Yeah, I didn't see the Hunger Games prequel, but I liked her. I saw her in the second Shazam movie. I liked her in everything I've seen her in. And I loved her in West Side Story.
Yeah.
And West Side Story, I was surprised because I was primed to hate West Side Story, and I loved it. This might be heretical, but I thought it was better than the first West Side Story movie.
Yeah, it's heretical.
So I am planning to see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs on opening night, just despite there's just
I know
we're in this weird place in culture where like people just decide. I call it the Zack Snyderification of culture, where a group gets together and just decides, okay, we're all gonna not like this thing because we're collectively bad people. And we're just gonna like ruin a thing for other people because if it's not exactly the way we want it, and if it doesn't exactly sort of speak to my individual experience, then it's evil and should be destroyed. And so I'm gonna go see Snow White on opening day, and I have a history of hating these live action remakes. I haven't really seen one. Is there any of them that I've cared for? Maleficent I kind of like, but that wasn't really a remake. Like, for me, the live action ones only work when they really sort of aren't remaking the movie. I also liked Cruella. That was cool.
I didn't see. I saw Maleficent, but I haven't seen. Like. Yeah, that's what I heard too. I heard that.
If you're not telling the exact same story, I'm there for it.
Yeah.
If you're telling the exact same story, which Snow White is, generally I'm like, ugh. But I'm gonna go see Snow White on opening day because I don't like the people who don't like this movie.
I'm with you on that. I don't even go to the theaters anymore, but I'm with you on that.
I go to the theaters, man. It's the greatest experience. How are you gonna watch? It's the best way to watch a movie. Unless you have an Apple Vision Pro, then that's the best way to watch a movie.
Yeah, but I don't have that either. Yeah. Sorry. But I don't know. We just don't go to the theater much anymore. We're lazy, man. We are a lazy couple. We are. That's about it. That's all I can tell you. I like my TV. I like my couch. I like my bathroom. That's it. There you have it. Lilo and Stitch is coming out too. That's another live action.
That one I'm less excited.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I'm the same way with you about the live action ones for sure. Yeah. And then all of but there is one sequel. I am excited.
Zootopia?
No. Freakier Friday.
Oh well, yeah, Freakier Friday.
Sure. I'm very excited about Freaky Friday.
I won't say the original. I never saw the Lindsay Lohan.
Oh, it's really cute. It's really cute, and I love Jamie Lee Curtis. She can do no wrong in my eyes. So, I'm really kind of excited about that one because I think it'll be fun. A new story, right? But so much later than the original. So I want to see how that comes to light. And then, of course, you got all the superhero movies and all the, all that stuff. And the only one that I can say I'm super excited about, and I shouldn't be because it's probably not going to do very well, but Thunderbolts, because I love the character. I love the character Yelena, and she's in it. And I
Oh
mean, you
my
could
god,
do a whole
I love
Yelena
every
movie.
member of that cast. I'm definitely excited about seeing Thunderbolts. Well, and here's my thing. I was, I've had a lot of time. I've had a couple of weeks off of work, thank God. And so I was going through Disney Plus the other night, sort of going, okay, what movies do I want to sort of rewatch? And everybody talks about how since Endgame, the movies haven't been good, but I'm
Mhm.
like, actually, they generally haven't been good. But I liked a lot of the movies that came out since then. Like Shang-Chi came out,
Yep.
and I loved Shang-Chi. The
Mhm.
Marvels came out, and I love the Marvels. Um, a lot of the TV shows that other people seem to have not liked, I've loved. I love She-Hulk. I
Mhm.
love Miss Marvel. I just have been not everything. So the cast of the Thunderbolts, I mean, it looks good. I like everybody in that movie. So I'm looking forward to it. And Julia Louise Dreyfus,
Yeah,
come on,
I know.
like, are you kidding me? Yeah,
I
I'll
know.
see her do anything.
I know.
Uh,
I'm
so
so glad they added her to the
yeah,
cast. And we loved Black Widow. My family is a Black
oh, I
Widow
thought Black Widow was
family.
awesome. I wish,
For
to your point
yeah.
earlier, or against your point earlier, my only complaint about Black Widow is I wanted to see it on the big screen.
Well, and that was a COVID thing,
Yeah.
and they did not do right by Scarlett Johansson at first. She stood up for herself, thank God.
Hmm.
But I am very but we love Black Widow. I mean, Ed will play clips just on repeat of Black Widow.
Hmm.
Yelena is just so funny.
Oh my God,
Florence
she is,
Pugh
and
as
she was great
Yelena.
in Hawkeye.
Oh my gosh, so Hawkeye was like amazing. I
Yeah,
mean, I hope Thunderbolts makes me laugh. That's what I'm
yeah.
looking forward
I think
to.
Thunderbolts is going to be good, but the movie that I'm really excited to see. And here's the thing: I'm going to say this movie, but I also want you to understand that this movie currently, and I hope they move it, is going to be released at the exact same time as the movie that I absolutely cannot wait to see. Let me just straighten my
Oh
back
yeah.
here.
You gotta explain that to me. I'm confused about that one,
Wait,
but
have you
okay.
seen the trailer
I
for
haven't seen the
Superman?
trailer. I've just seen the print. But isn't Nathan Fillion in it?
Yeah, he's in it as Guy Gardner. But have you seen the trailer with
Oh
Crypto?
no.
Oh my God, Andy.
Okay.
Crypto, the super dog, is in it. And everybody was like, oh, that's going to be
Oh.
so corny. And it's literally like, of the 2.5 minute like teaser trailer, the world just exploded and was like, I love Crypto.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Crypto,
I
the super
haven't,
dog,
but I will.
is in
Okay.
Superman. Now, anybody who listens to this, I don't express it fully, but my love for Superman is absolute. And I was not a fan,
Oh, right.
just put it mildly, of these Zack Snyder neck snapping Superman iteration.
Yeah.
And so this one looks very, very different. And so I'm really excited. But that's not this podcast. The reason I bring that up is it's going up against, currently on the same opening day, which is funny as a DC fan, my absolute favorite Marvel characters, which
Yeah.
heretofore have not been in the MCU. And this movie also looks amazing in much the same way that Superman looks amazing. The Superman movie and this movie have something in common in the sense that they both are doing a thing which I like, which is they're not ashamed to be corny comic book movies. That they're like, instead of being ashamed, they're like really embracing sort of the comic bookiness of it and being like, hey, these are good people who are supposed to be inspiring. And so the Marvel movie I'm most excited about this year coming out is Fantastic Four.
Yeah.
And people know there's already been 3 Fantastic Four movies done by Fox. The first 2 were, they're all right. They're mediocre movies that, if they're on TBS, I'll keep it on. The third one was, so bad. Oh, so bad. The one with Michael B. Jordan. And I was really upset because I love Michael B. Jordan, right?
Mm-hmm.
But it was, oh my God, I've rarely seen a worse movie than that abomination they called Fantastic Four. And so now that Marvel fully has the Fantastic Four back, including who is my favorite character in Marvel by leaps and bounds, the ever loving blue eyed thing, played by Cousin.
Yep. Exactly who he's played by.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I
Yeah.
like the Fantastic Four is maybe the one Marvel property that I might wear like a T-shirt of in public. I love the Fantastic Four. I love the Thing. Ben Graham. I'm super excited about it. And if it opens the same day as Superman does, I will maybe see it and might see 2 movies that day.
Okay. July,
But
right? Is that what you're looking at? July?
July 25th is the opening date, which is also, I think, either in the middle of or right before Comic-Con. So that's going to be tricky.
That will be
really super tricky.
so
For
crowded.
I go to Comic-Con every year. I will be there again this year. If you want to meet up, let us know now so I can carve out some time. Fantastic Four. I mean, come on. Fantastic Four is coming. Also, Thunderbolts is coming. I'm so excited for Thunderbolts. And I feel like there's another movie before the end of the year. Is there?
Well, Captain America
is
coming out, and that's coming out actually before the rest of them.
Right. Which I'm less excited about. Oh, and next time I'll get to the next one when I have another thing, but it's TV.
Boy, you can actually talk about it. Because the only thing I have left really is they're coming out with a book. I know I like my books, but The Happiest Place on Earth, The Incredible Story of Walt Disney's Disneyland is coming out the week of Disney's birthday in July. And Don Hahn is one of the writers on it. He was a legend.
What's it called? I am literally looking at Amazon right now because I haven't heard of this.
The Happiest Place on Earth is, and then the subtitle is The Incredible Story of Walt Disney's Disneyland. So I always like books like that. So that's coming out in July. So that was honestly, that was like my last thing. I had all the media and the parks stuff. But okay, so what TV show are you excited about?
So this is on Disney Plus.
Okay.
This is going to be really cool. It is, if you remember, you may or may not remember, in Captain America Civil War, where Tom Holland's Spider-Man is first introduced. Tony Stark shows up and he's talking to Aunt May and Peter, and they show these videos of Peter in this janky looking costume that he made himself. And this is sort of his early days as Spider-Man, right?
I know what you're talking about, yeah.
This summer, actually pretty soon, at the end of this month, in January 29th, they're releasing on Disney Plus a TV show, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, which takes place entirely during that period with his sort of homemade Jersey Spider-Man rig. And I've seen the trailer and it looks awesome. It's Spidey in high school, without sort of any kind of money, just kind of trying to do good stuff, but screwing up because that's Spider-Man. And I'm so looking forward to it.
Yeah.
I'm really looking forward to it. If you haven't had a chance, either Andee or our listeners, What If just finished its third and final season, and I love What If. What If?
Ed loves What If too. He watches that a lot.
If you're a comic book person, like What If is just full of like every Easter egg known to man. And this year they had a whole Howard the Duck episode, which was just super awesome. But this isn't what if. This is just, the stories of Peter before he met up with Tony Stark, and looks really cool. And I'm super excited.
I have not watched the trailers for it yet. I should watch the trailers for it. But I am excited. I mean, TV wise, you don't care about this because you were never that into it, but Phineas and Ferb has another season coming out. I love Phineas and Ferb. So clever. And so they're coming out with a new season as well, which is huge. It's going to take place like when they're older. So I know you're really excited about that too.
Finney and Ferbowski. Do they?
No.
Okay.
No, but that's what I got. That's what I'm excited about. Those are the things.
Yeah, me too. It's heavy on the Marvel stuff, which makes me cringe because but you promised me you're going to watch Superman.
I will right after we're done. I'll go watch. I promise.
It's just really, it gives you a sense of. I think you'll recognize it. You'll instantly go, "Oh, this is more Al than the last crap."
Okay.
You'll be like,
totally. Okay. Well, what about you? Are you did you make any plans to go to Disney this year? I mean, do you have any set plans?
I mean, I'm going in September for the 10K.
Right. Okay.
I have a meeting down there, I think in March. But last time I was there, I was like, Al, you can't just commit to going when you also have a meeting, because it's me being cheap and just making the university pay for my travel.
What? You're cheap? Oh my
So
gosh, that is a shocker.
I'm going on a cruise in March. And so I'm trying to think if I want to like butt it up. It's leaving out of Texas. So like if I want to just take another couple days off and just purely go to Disneyland. Here's the thing I want to do that I've never done, that I kind of want to do, although I can't justify the cost. I've always wanted to stay in the Disneyland hotel. But Disneyland hotel is like 2 to 3 times as much as any other hotel there. But I've always wanted to stay in the Disneyland hotel. So part of me is like,
You're not poor.
I'm not rich.
No, and neither are we. And we stayed in all of them, although we still can't afford to go back to the Grand Californian. I love the Grand Californian.
With like 4 people.
Yeah, I know.
I'm staying in them with like 1 person.
What are you saying?
More attractive listeners want to,
What are you saying? 4 people? It's not like 4 people are putting in the money to go. It's not like 2 of them are ponying up.
And now 4 of you work.
Well, now is different than then. I will tell you that. But then, and my job never pulled in money. That's for damn sure.
My job only started pulling in money like in the last 6 months. So,
I work for the health insurance because that's the great country that we live in.
And I work for the benefit of the students of the University of California.
That's a lot more admirable than health insurance.
And for the money. And the health insurance. And the pension. Because
let me
tell you,
I just got health insurance.
I'll be out of there tomorrow. And tomorrow's a Saturday, so that tells you.
I don't know. Well, I'm looking forward to it, and I'm actually looking forward to more of the on the fringe kind of things. Like I'm very much looking forward to just going to LA, and which I never say that. Those words never come out of my mouth. I'm looking forward to LA. No, I hate that. I do hate it. I will. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You know.
Yeah,
so
but
you guys can't have a vacation without me, boning in on it.
Duh.
Yeah.
So yeah, it'll be interesting. It'll be interesting to see. Yeah, I did say I wanted to step back. We'll see if I can really step back or not. So, wondering from our Dueling Disney duelists, what you've got planned this year. Where are you going? What's your Disney vacation going to be? Let us know on our Facebook group page. Dueling Disney Community Duelist. I always have to think about it before I say it. It's long. It's 4 words.
Well, aren't both of us on Blue Sky now?
Now we're both on Blue Sky. We're on our individual names, although mine's just Andee Zilmerman. So, straight into the point. You had to do something different.
I think mine says Dr. Alfred Day.
I know, but when I looked it up, maybe I just hit something wrong or something. But yes, I definitely knew you were going to put the doctor in that handle. 100%.
I worked really hard for that.
I know you did, and I knew it was going to be there. So when I looked for you on there, I was like, he's definitely going to have doctor in the title, 100%. So yeah, so we are both on Blue Sky, and then Facebook and Instagram at Dueling Disney. So hope to see you there, and can't wait to hear about your plans for 2025.
To all that come to this happy place, welcome. Dueling Disney is your podcast. Here, age relives fond memories of the past, and here youth may savor the challenge and promise of the future. Dueling Disney is dedicated to the ideals, the dreams, and the hard facts that have created America, with hope that it will be a source of joy and inspiration to all the world.